I found some men hovering around another man. Get real, you leech. What's all this then? Screw your little sales tax.
Then?
Screw your little sales tax. You want us to pay a tax every time we buy something? You bloodsuckers, you'll bleed the whole country dry. I understand your anger is justified, but it's a necessary evil for the sake of the nation's people. Get stuffed. You want to pay sales tax on that fancy suit that you're wearing, you dumb you damn bureaucrat? This tax is only made to keep the common people down. Yeah, you vulture. The younger guy sure has taken some heat over some kind of tax issue. This is my lucky day to run into the son of a bitch bureaucrat trying to spring the sales tax on us all alone in a back alley, no less. I don't like your tone, sir. I represent the voice of the general populace, and I'm here to tell you we're fucking pissed. Yeah, why don't we give you a little taste of public opinion? Then you'll know what oppression feels like. Please, calm down. Violence isn't the answer. Don't do this. I'm just... beating me up won't stop sales tax. Uh-oh, this pot's about to boil over. Please, calm down. Shut it, asshole. Hey, fellas, let's tone it down. No sense ganging up on one guy. Have a little pride, eh? What? You don't know who this cockroach is, do you? It's the pencil-pushing dickwad that came up with the sales tax.
Is that him, Gregory Sales Tax?
What, you don't watch the news? It's a new tax they're going to start charging next year. Every time you buy something, they're going to charge you 3% more as tax. Isn't that ridiculous? Sales tax is 7% here.
Yeah.
Same.
What? That is some bullshit. And this guy's the douchebag that's highway robbery.
Was this like before sales tax was a thing, I guess?
I guess.
I thought it was always a thing. I might be just stupid, I guess.
I mean, this is Japan in the 80s, but yeah, I guess so. Oh, I about lost it for a second there. Listen, guys, I totally understand why it'd piss you off, but beating up this guy to a pulp isn't going to make the sales tax go away, is it? Who gives a shit? The government needs to know what the people think of their shit policies in a way they'll understand. Direct action.
Yep.
Yeah, power to the
tax
people.
Was implemented in 1989.
Oh, yeah, that would in fact be the year after this game takes place. If you aren't part of the solution, you're part of the problem. You want to stick up for this mosquito, then we'll show you the power of the masses too. So what you're really after is blowing off steam. Sure, see how far that gets you with me. Prepare for the revolution, asshole. Menacing man.
Anyway,
I love that fucking sword move he does. Watch the fucking 2-hit when they get back up. Yeah. Oh no, that wasn't it. Hold up. Ah, dang. It's the one where he fucking turns, where he like spins around and thrusts it behind him.
I saw it.
Fucking. I'm sorry, I was out of line. It won't happen again. Public outrage sure fizzles fast. Thank you for stepping in. Those people were out for blood. I'm Taiyo Matsuzato.
Wait.
Taiyo is in the sun. If I may, can I buy you a drink as thanks? That's a good name. I'm Majima. No need for any thanks, though. Oh no, I absolutely insist. Sounds like you got your work cut out for you, though. You some kind of political big shot? Well, I don't have much in the way of rank or power, but I am in a position to help steer the country. I came to Sotenbori for a conference on taxation policy, but I wasn't prepared to face the public about it. You're driving a tank called the government. Even if you're careful, people are going to be pissed when you steamroll them. But you're trying to make this country a better place to live, right? You gotta take some pride in that. Do you think so? I knew people would be unhappy with the new tax, but only on a logical level. When I saw how emotional they got about it, well, it was daunting. If they find out that the sales tax is only the tip of the iceberg and that there are more taxes on the way, I hate to think how the people will react. What? More taxes on top of the sales tax? Right. Nothing's set in stone yet, but we're considering many more efficient ways of generating revenue streams. In fact, at tomorrow's conference, I have to give a talk on some of those proposals. That's so. Well, I guess with everyone making such good money these days, you can't fault the government for wanting to get their hands in the pie. Yes, but as you've seen firsthand, we have to consider public opinion. I wonder if I can really come up with a tax policy that everyone could live with. No.
Doubt it.
Let's ask Josh about that one.
What if every year we give some of that money back?
Wouldn't it be easier to just not take it in the first place? Shut up. Good luck with that. Even if they're throwing cash into the fireplace, no one wants the government to hold out its hand. Yeah, that's where I'm stuck. I haven't found the right balance, and I'm a little lost at the moment. Well, I can't say I understand a lick of what you're trying to do, but take care of the country for us, alright? Wait, Majima-san, could you help me out just once more? What? You got another mob waiting to string you up? Oh no, not that. I just want to get your views on taxation. Oh boy. What? I know less than nothing on the subject of taxes. That's why you're perfect. You see, I just had this idea. Perhaps someone who is completely ignorant of taxation can offer an entirely different perspective. You think? Please, Majima-san, that's no exaggeration. The fate of this country rests on your shoulders. Will you please give me advice on taxation policy? Sure. Okay, you win. Let's talk some taxes. Thank you. Your insight will be invaluable. This is hardly the place for it. Can we go somewhere more appropriate? Sure, lead the way. Now you better keep in mind, I don't know the first thing about tax policy. Don't expect much from me. No, that's exactly why I asked you. I know you'll have some unique insights, not bound by typical conventions. So you're basically hoping to strike gold in the copper mine. Well, let's just make sure we're not completely in the dark with a basic question. Sure. Majima-san, do you know why the government collects taxes from the people? To provide public services is the answer for that, I assume.
Yeah.
It's for providing public services, right? Ah, yes, that's exactly right. I'm sorry for asking such a basic question. Just as you said, Majima-san, taxes are collected mainly for providing public services. I'm going to tell Josh about this tomorrow and say that based on everything I've heard him tell about taxes, that's how I'm going to answer this quiz.
Hell yeah.
We're going to see if Josh has actually taught me anything.
Hell yeah, dude.
Education, medical care, the police, fire departments, and so much more are paid for by taxes. They pay for services that the people need to survive. Yeah, we gotta build roads and bridges and keep them in working order, right? But there's more to it than that. Exactly. They also serve other purposes as it pertains to general wealth, but we don't need to go into that much detail.
It lets us make money.
Like I said, there's a whole lot I don't know. Oh, but aren't you interested in where your money goes? It's always good to know more about taxes. Is this just Josh? Man, I'm getting a proper school in here. Okay, let's shift to the main
Did Josh
theme.
co-write this?
Majima-san, if you were in the position of collecting taxes from the people, what would you tax? Adult entertainment, tobacco, Sato. Who's Sato-san? Is that him?
No, this is Taya.
Right. I mean, tobacco makes the most sense of these three, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's a... Well, why not charge taxes on tobacco? Tobacco, you say? Interesting. Since the government monopoly on tobacco products ended 3 years ago, there actually has been a small tax on tobacco products. Yeah, I smoke myself, so I don't really want to pay a tax on them, but I suppose they're non-essential. And if you're going to jack up taxes, it's the non-essential stuff that you got to start with.
When has that ever stopped anybody?
People might be more likely to understand a tax on smokes, right? I see. A tobacco tax. Yeah, the pack's around 200 now. People will bitch and moan, but I think they'd still fork over 300. I see. Interesting. At the 400 mark, though, I think I'd have a long, hard think about each pack being worth it. Yes, I think at that point I'd consider cutting back on my intake, too. And what about 500 a pack? I'd probably quit cold turkey. You quit at 500? But if we raised it incrementally... He started muttering all of a sudden. What else do you think would have potential for taxation? I think something that's closely tied to everyday living would probably have the best potential. A tax tied to everyday living.
I literally just discovered inflation.
Pretty shrewd.
By the way.
Air! I mean, gas, probably.
Yeah.
How about jacking up the tax on gasoline? Ah, gasoline tax. Why not? People with cars are obviously living it up here. Why not skim a little more off the top? If you picked it, Majima would say they should tax people called Sato. That would have been much funnier. Why not skim a little more off the top? The price of gas is dependent on the cost of petroleum, so people who've experienced price hikes before, they should be used to the price creep, actually. There's also a provision tariff on gas tax. Yes, there's certainly room to raise taxes without too much notice. Hey, why all the muttering? You not feeling that one either? Oh no, far from it. I think it's a fantastic idea. I will definitely follow up on it. Oh, good to hear. Majima-san, anything else? Do you have anything else to say on the matter of taxation? Anything else about taxation? Oh yeah, right. Well, I was thinking about that sales tax those goofballs were all riled up about. Yes? So next year we gotta start paying 3% on top of everything we buy, right? Yes, that's how it works. Well, why stop at 3%? Sure, you can go in at that rate, but wouldn't you get more if you bumped it up? That would be impossible. Majima-san, you saw what happened. Just a 3% tax caused so much outrage, people wanted to tear me apart. The charge war would probably end in open revolt. Ours was 7. No, Tayo-chan, you ain't thinking. People are pissed because you sprang a new thing on them, and you had to turtle up. You gotta think about the long game. The long game? Familiarity's a scary thing, my friend. Sure, people are bitching and moaning about this shiny new tax, but once it becomes a regular part of life, they'll move on to the next thing to bitch and moan about. And that's when you start gradually turning up the screws. Every time you hike it up a little, you'll get some more blubbering, but they won't be screaming bloody murder like the first time you introduce the tax. Want to know why? Because they'll be used to getting screwed. If something they've already accepted gets a little worse, it's just the facts of life doing what they do. So if you want to pull in the cash, you gotta have a plan to really amp up that sales tax. Majima-san, I'm getting goosebumps. And I think you're terrifying, actually. Are you even of this earth? You really want to know? No, not really.
Jesus.
Everything he's saying is true, though. It sucks, but it's true. Then if the sales tax were to be raised, how high do you think it should go? Implying that high taxes in Japan is all Majima's fault is pretty wild, actually, yeah. He talked to this man and taxes in Japan got fucked.
Jesus Christ. What have you done, Majima?
Majima, what have you done? And if the sales tax were raised, how high do you think it should go? How high should it go, huh? You're starting at 3%, right? Let me see here. I mean, I think 50?
Bruh!
50?
I would say 8% is probably the safest bet.
I think 8
probably.
8% is the most people would be willing to do without being like, because like if I think once you hit 10 is where people would be like, what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
If I bought something for $100 and it cost $110, I would reconsider buying it. Even though 107 is not that much different, 110 feels like a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if that became the new normal, I think it'd be less of a...
I guess. I still don't like it.
I feel like they could raise it. They haven't raised it in a long time, I'm sure. But, like, I feel like they could one of these days.
Man. Yeah, I think 8.
Taxes be fucked. Thanks, Majima.
Say around 8%. I see, 8%. Actually, that's a good number. It's neither too close nor too far from the double-digit 10% threshold. There would be a dissent among the people, but I imagine it actually could be workable. Yeah, but an 8% sales tax will bump a 100 yen thing to 108. That sure hurt my enthusiasm for buying pricey stuff. Maybe if we went from the initial 3 up to 5, waited a little longer, then hiked it up to the proposed 8, then eventually we'd... Enough with the muttering under your breath, Tayo-chan. Oh, sorry, I was lost in my thoughts. Majima-san, I'm so glad I took the time to speak with you. You're a wealth of ideas. Yeah, glad I was useful. Useful doesn't begin to describe it. Please take this. It's just a token of my thanks. You got some primeval spirit stone. What?
What?
Okay, I better get going. Need to get back to the hotel and prepare my presentation for the tax conference tomorrow. Attaboy. Do your country proud, you hear? Will do, Majima-san. I'll be sure to work in your advice. See ya. Ooh, never figured I'd be in a position to give a guy in the business of running our country advice. Tayo-chan seemed to get a handle on how to go about jacking up taxes, too. Good for him. Wait, jacking up taxes? Did I just... If taxes go up, is it my fault? Nah, no way.
Oh, man. That's great.
Oh, my God. He's just like, wait a second, did I just... No. All right.
Nah,
Goodness.
I didn't just destroy the country.